Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and we're back with this series of setting yourself up for success in the new year. In the last episode I created a bunch of page kits with you guys to show you how I'm going to mix and match papers from 5 different paper pads to coordinate for my December. I keep doing that. I'm filming it in December, so that's why I keep wanting to say December. My DC album, so my Washington DC album, which spans several days because we made several trips. But I'm kind of flipping through my page kits now so you guys can get a feel. If you haven't watched that video, I'll have it linked down below. And I also have a playlist set up, so once we get more videos coming along, if you want to go back and rewatch any of them, they'll all be in there. So I used 5 different paper pads like I discussed. Maggie Holmes' Bloom collection, the Conservatory paper pad by Craftsmith, the Fly Me Away collection from Recollections, the Minty Lace collection from DCWV, and lastly the Simple Stories Life in Color collection. So 5 completely different collections. One's travel themed, one's like pastels, one is primary colors, one is a ton of butterflies, and the other one's like just a lot of basic patterns with special effects, so like foils and pearlescence. So those are all of my page kits, all of which I explain more of in that video. So I'm going to pull out one that contains the most colors of my color palette. And today we're going to be building out our kit a little bit more. So I talked about this in my last video, and I chatted about it in my vlog for Vlogmas, when I think this one has the most colors in it that are, you know, seen throughout the whole process. But today we're going to be doing 6x6 paper pads and 3x4 cards. Now, I thought about just trying to pull out a paper pad, like a 6x6 to go with everything, but I'm not sure that will be possible. I need to open this one. This one's like new to my collection. I thought about like pulling 6x6 papers into each individual kit, but I just don't think that's going to work either. So I'm going to go through some of the 6x6s I have pulled out, some options, some that have very few papers left that I think could work, and then some options that may or may not work and why I'm picking which ones. So we're going to do that. We're also going to go over my 3x4 cards and 4x6 cards and how I'm going to incorporate those into my page kits. So I did call these page kits, however, the 12x12 papers are matched and everything else essentially will be from a big pile. I just tend to work better that way. That way if I have a theme that I really want to use, I have those items available. I'm really hard at using photos, like building a photo or building a page kit around a certain photo is difficult for me because I'd want to scrap it right away. So this is sort of prepping ourselves to sort of have these all available, and knowing that they're all for the same album helps a lot, because that way I'm not jumping around with different like themes and ideas. I know where the photos took place. I know the types of photos I took in that place, so like museums, art exhibits, monuments, historical things. So I know kind of what I'm looking for when it comes to other items that I'm adding into this kit. So although the papers are pre-matched, which saves me a lot of time, the other items will not, because it just kind of stunts my creativity in that way. But of course you totally can match them together. Nicole Jones does a great job of showing you guys how she does her page kits, and she was sort of an inspiration for me doing mine. Now this paper pad I saw in my stack of 6x6 and thought it'd be perfect. It's got the butterflies, it's got the blues, it's got the perfect shade of yellow, blues, scripts, flowers. Again, not 100% match, but I think this Bow Bunny Early Bird collection is definitely going to stick with it. And I don't want to give myself too many options, so don't worry, not all of these paper pads will be going in there. Next up we have this one, which is from Pebbles. Now this was in my pile to give a expiration date in my stash. I actually have 3 expiration date options here, so I definitely want to include one of these ones because I do have to use them before time runs out on them. This one will work great. This is just the Dear Lizzie 5th and Frolic. There's 3 pieces left, 2 and 10 11s. There's just one little chunk missing. So this will work great. Although I don't have this color in there, I might be able to sneak it in there, and these are great cut aparts. I see now that there's like this stuff on it. I'm wondering if that can be erased. I'm not sure what that is at all. Maybe it's like inky fingers got into it. I'm not sure, but still usable. I'm going to include this to use it up. If I don't use this up, I'll be very disappointed. We also have the Garden Party collection, like I mentioned. This one's an okay match. I think I'd rather pull out some individual papers, but again, not really what I'm going for color scheme wise. And again, I'm using this as my inspiration for the color scheme. Although in addition to this color palette you're seeing here, I also have navy, a dusty rose, and a brighter yellow than this one. I also have the primary colors, which I can consider an option. I like how this pad here, one, it's full of lots of scraps. Two, it's also got a neutral in it that's not white. It's more of like a cream background base. So this is going to be perfect for that as well. And it has the navy in it, like I mentioned, and the perfect shade of mint green. So definitely going to include this one. Let's see. This Hello Pastel would work very well. Just not the right style. Like if you look at these flowers compared to the other flowers I showed you, they're not the same style. Now I do have different types of florals in my kit, but this one's just completely different than those ones. I would say it matches this design a little bit better than like this design or this design, but I'm going to leave this one out. And the garden party's already out. This one I pulled out because I thought it might go with the primaries better, so like these papers. But looking at it again, I think it's almost, these ones are much brighter. Although there is navy in this paper pad, I don't think I should be reaching for it when I have other navy options already available to me. Next up, we have another new one to my stash. So it's completely okay to mix old with new. So if I used up these and used some of this, I think that's a huge success. I like the idea of having 2 expiration date paper pads, which I'm saying that because I talked about it in my craft room cleanup series when I talked about paper pads. I did one episode about 12 by 12 and one episode about 6 by 6. So if you want to learn more about that, I'll have it linked down below. This one I pulled out, which again is the Summer Mood collection by Bo Bunny, because it had brighter colors in it and I thought it'd match the primaries a little bit better. But now that I see it, it's got this watercolor feel and there's not too much of that, nor is there citrus in any of my other papers. So this one's also a no. This one I think I might end up keeping. This is the Kaiser Craft Finders Keepers. Guys, remember when I was obsessed with this when I first bought it? I used to use this on every single layout. I bought this back when I lived in Maryland. I love that there's cut aparts in it. Absolutely love that. And punch outs. And it's got the navy. And it's got the mint green. And it's got the yellow. And it's got the baby pink. I just can't help it. And what I really love about Kaiser Craft paper pads is that they're 6.5 by 6.5. That means a 4 by 6 photo will fit on it. And you guys know that I only use 4 by 6 photos. So that's 4 more different designers that we're pulling in besides the 5 that we started with. Tell me that's not crazy. So that's 9 designers right now that are making up our kit. So now we're going to set these ones aside. This is kind of a big selection here for paper pads for, I think it's 18 page kits. But I will say that these 2 are not even close to being full paper pads. And these 2 do have a different theme to them. This one's much more naturey and this one's much more basic patterns. So I think it works as long as you don't give yourself too much competition. If you find that you're having too many options, I would say pair each individual paper with the page kits. I just don't have the storage for that right now. If I had more of those 12 by 12 bags, I would definitely do that and individually sort out everything. But I'm going to use what I have right now and just store everything as is, papers sorted and everything else together. So now that the 6 by 6 papers are decided upon, let me just set these ones out of the way. We can move on to our 3 by 4 cards. Now I did leave all these other paper pads behind here so you guys could kind of see the inspiration behind everything. I definitely don't want to let you guys not see everything. Let me get out more of these so you guys can see more. Oops, it's bending a little. There we go. Okay, perfect. So you can see some more over here. There's just so many different color schemes and color options that I had made, and I just think they're all so beautiful. And of course, there's lots of different ideas I can pull for my 3 by 4 cards. Since I don't have, I would say, too many 3 by 4 cards, this is all that I own right here. I like to go through all of them. These ones were gifted to me by Becky, I believe, and they're little library cards, which is perfect for DC. There's also these pink floral ones from We Are Memory Keepers. Again, I'm just kind of flipping through. Knowing what I did in DC kind of helps. Do these greens match? Not really. We're going to put that one back. And my 3 by 4 cards are not sorted by any means. Some of them are with their same collection, but not all of them. And of course, some of them are double-sided. I like this watercolor card. That's from Heidi Swap. I do have some 2 by 2 cards down here. I don't want to forget about those. These were given to me by, I believe, Allison. At least some of them were. These are a lot of loud colors, though. Not really the color scheme I'm going for. However, some of these pinks do match. but also not the stylistic look I'm going for. I kind of like this one that says Just Be You. I think it matches this paper beautifully. And I really look for unique sentiments that are already done for me to fit into a bigger title. So I like those. I think those are two good ones. And I think these are from Pebbles, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we got ice cream in DC. Actually, I know we did, but I don't think I took a picture of it. This, I think, is from Chamel. This is a journaling card from, I think, Studio Calico. Again, pulling in that dusty rose color. This pink could work. I just don't really like the card. Let's see what else we got. We got some pockets here. These will be great for hidden journaling. Okay. I'm automatically skipping the ones that are like certain themes. So I have some birthday ones in here. I know I don't need those. We didn't do any birthday celebrations in DC. Let's see. This one's nice again from We Are Memory Keepers. Has that off-white color, which is present in a lot of the Maggie Holmes papers, as well as the, I think it's the Craftsmith Co. papers. So that one has dusty pink with the off-white gold foiling. Beautiful. Some interactive cards from Simple Stories, which honestly could work with the right thing. So I'm going to leave that one in there. Interactive things are definitely something I want to work on in 2019. So I think I'm going to pull that one in as well. And with this one, we are halfway through. These are some from The Reset Girl. I like the contrast with that one. We got some see-through cards. These are the birthday ones I was talking about. These ones are from Pretty Little Studio. I do have a light wood grain in here from the Maggie Holmes collection. So I'm going to pull that one in. Again, not too many options. If you find that you can pull out every card, I don't think your color scheme is limited enough. Ooh, look how cute this one is. This one was gifted to me as well, but I can't remember from who. I want to keep it back with a shaker. How cute would that be? Or did I buy these? These might be Project Life brand. It's funny how I get so confused with where I got things. I'm not going to flip through this one, although it does have the navy that I mentioned would be in here. I know it's not the style I'm going for. That ampersand is adorable, from the same collection as that Love This. Things to do, perfect for a travel album. Like the itinerary, be happy, be bright. Wait, be bright, be happy, be you. So you see how these ones have orange in them? I have no orange in my selection here, so I'm not going to include that one. I like this one from Pretty Little Studio. Love that yellow. Oh, look at this one matches too. These are really hard for me to use. That's why I'm pulling in these. I don't think I'll be able to use Adorable unless it's for one of the zoo layouts. So I'm going to leave that in there because I do remember that. Now these say 2016, which does not apply to these layouts. That'd be 2017 or 2018 that I'd be using dates for. But of course you can obviously cover these up very easily with some washi tape so that it can read something else. I think these are from Dear Lizzie. Again, these were gifted to me, so I'm not 100% sure. We got some athletic ones, which definitely don't need those. And these are some baby ones. Don't need those. So put those back. Then we have one more section for the 3x4 cards, and then that is it for 3x4s, which I hope you guys can see how fast this goes by. If you try not to dwell on every item, it's a lot faster. So hopefully you guys can do a sort of time challenge perhaps to kind of get you moving through all the items you want to get through. Don't really like those. Again, sports themed ones, not really needed. I don't have too much red. I do have a little bit of red, so let's include this one from Ellie Studio and this one because we did take some food pictures. Again, we got ice cream, but none with these toppings, so I think that's a little odd. And then this green's perfect for that paper. LA Studio again. This blue's very pretty, but not the right kind. Keys, that doesn't really make sense. Again, those are the Dear Lizzie ones, I think. I'm not sure where that one's from. Cherish these moments. Again, I love these for journaling. They help build in my journaling much, much easier than if I were to do it on my own. So that's why I tend to gravitate towards these cards. This one looks like it's from a travel set. I really like the dark teal. This one as well, loving this lately. It's a cute one. I think that's Dear Lizzie too. I'm not sure where this one's from though. Let's see. An ampersand. That could work for some of the museum layouts. I'm trying to think of all the stuff we did so that we don't miss out an opportunity to get something that's themed. The World is a Lovely Place. That one's kind of fun because it's like a travel theme. Keeps the adventure alive. That's kind of fun too. Put that one back though. Again, this is probably the maximum you should have. That is if you use journaling cards on your layouts. If you don't use them as journaling spots, then maybe you shouldn't include as many. It's really up to you because you guys know your style best. Again, I have a little bit of this blue. It's probably up here off camera. Yeah, this color blue. Not sure that I'd pull this out for it since the other colors in that are pink, but I kind of like it a lot for, it reminds me of DC. So if you get that feeling, maybe you should pull it in. Totally up to you. This also matches. Maybe a shaker pocket will come from that. But again, I'm pretty much at the end of my rope. I don't have much room left in my kit anyway, so that's it for 3x4 cards. So now let's see how many we got. We got 1, 2, way too many. That's how many I know. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You know, I was estimating about 20, but it's a lot more than that. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And again, totally depends on your style. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 2 baby ones. So again, it's not a huge deal if you don't want pocket page cards. It's not a huge deal if you love pocket page cards. Definitely include them if you love them. If you're going to use them, include them. So I love using them for journaling, so that's why I include them. Now moving on to larger than 3x4 cards. This is a very top-heavy pile. So we have a lot of 4x6 cards. I find these ones a lot harder to use, but we'll see what we can find here. This one's great. Again, this is from the same set. Oh, that's a really pretty green color too. This is from the same set I was pulling those other ones from, so no surprise that they still match. Again, trying to make sure I recognize that there's double-sided ones. I'm not going to go through the sets of them if I know they won't match. I don't have many, I have a couple brown neutrals, but not many, so I'm just going to skip over those. These ones have an odd pink foiling, which I think is very difficult to use. So I'm going to leave those ones out as well. This one could work. Not really feeling it though. I do have some vellum 3x4s. This one says You Make Me Happy. This one's just ombre. I think an ombre is easier to use than the word ones. So that teal ombre will work well. We have a pink ombre, I think. Yeah, here's one. Again, hopefully I can use some of these. I think this is a yellow ombre. Yeah, that's yellow, so we'll include that one too. I'm just going to include one of each of those because if I include 2, it's less likely that I'll use it. Okay, we're upside down here. Ellie Studio, Studio Calico. I'm seeing a lot of pink and orange in my stash, which I think is kind of interesting because I don't think I use that combo very much. So it's kind of weird that I kind of gravitate towards that. Ellie Studio, really cute. Again, this one says May 2015. Not really what I need. I do have a lot of yellow, love that. Ellie Studio's just rocking it right now. The right color schemes when I need them. These are all the baby ones that match the other baby collection. Okay, so those ones are out. Now we got a couple more. Again, these interactive Simple Stories ones are really, really cool. Because that is what awesome is made of. That's fun. No. Thought about it. No. These are more of those sports ones. This one's really pretty. That'll be good photo mat. Again, I'm kind of briefly looking at the other sides. I'm not gushing over it or anything. Gray. We got this teal color. Not the right teal though. Put those ones back. And these are actually cut aparts from a paper pad I took apart during my 12x12 paper pad series. my craft room cleanup series. Again, skipping the neutrals, don't really need the neutrals. Got the watercolor cards, which are fun. So this says hello, that's fun too. So got some of these, not the right shade of pink. These are the birthday ones, definitely don't need birthday ones like I mentioned before. Got some flamingos. I don't think we saw any flamingos, so don't need those either. And then this is another set. And I have a couple more 4x6. And then we're done with those. Now I do have some 4x4s in here, so we might as well go through those just in case we want them. These are dog themed ones. I know I don't need those. Autumn. So yeah, none in that little pile. This pile there might be some options. We got a frame. Flamingos, don't need the flamingos. We got lemons, don't need the lemons. Ampersand's cool. These journaling spots from Studio Calico are cool. But I think that's it for these ones. So now that we have our items for this round picked out, let me know what you guys liked going through the most. Do you like looking at 6x6 paper pads or pocket page cards? I know I have a lot of pocket page cards, so I want to use these up. But let me know if you guys like what I picked or if you think I should have done something differently. I'm always interested in hearing about your tastes. But don't forget to join us for the next episode where we're prepping for the new year and creating kits from our stash. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, of course, and be sure to leave a comment down below so I know you guys are enjoying, because I love hearing from you guys and love talking to you guys in the comments down below. But thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!